We're still in our World War II series, so don't forget we've ditched the 19 part of the date. So today's date is August 1944, or 844, the Warsaw Uprising and Liberation of Paris. That's right, two events in one date again. The Warsaw Uprising began on the 1st of August as part of Operation Tempest, where the Polish resistance and their government in exile rose up to liberate their nation. The Polish underground state hoped to assert Polish sovereignty over their country before the Soviets could replace them with a Soviet-controlled government. The uprising was a success at first, with the Poles controlling most of central Warsaw. However, the Red Army did not help the uprising and stopped at the edge of the city. The Germans saw that the Red Army was not advancing into the city, so fought back without mercy against the resistance. Churchill pleaded with Stalin and Roosevelt to help their Polish allies. The invasion of Poland was the reason the European war began in the first place. Churchill managed to send 200 supply drops in the Warsaw airlift to help, but to little effect. Roosevelt managed to convince Stalin to allow the US to drop supplies on the city, and as part of Operation Frantic in September 1944, supplies were delivered. However, most landed in German-occupied territory. The uprising was crushed by the Germans on October the 1st. It is estimated that 16,000 Polish fighters died, plus 200,000 civilians. When the Germans left the city in 1945, they had destroyed 85% of the city. Declassified documents have revealed that Soviet forces were ordered to prevent Polish Home Army units operating in Soviet-controlled areas from reaching Warsaw to help with the uprising. What the Soviet forces did so that they could control Poland post-war is one of the biggest infamies of the conflict. The liberation of Paris started on the 19th of August and ran until the 25th of August. The French resistance staged the uprising when the US Third Army approached Paris. On the 20th of August, barricades appeared and strongholds were formed. On the 22nd of August, the Grand Palais was fired upon by German forces. Hitler gave the order for maximum damage to be inflicted on the city. Despite Hitler's orders, Dietrich von Kaulitz surrendered on the 25th of August. The successful uprising gave the Free French government under de Gaulle popular authority to establish a provisional republic. Roughly 2,000 people died in the liberation of Paris. The city was largely left intact. To remember this date, let's take the city of Warsaw first, and it gets up on robotic legs, kind of like Pacific Rim, and starts attacking the German forces around it. It asks for help from the Red Army, but they shoot it in the back, and Warsaw cracks open, and as it falls over, its blood runs out to give us the 8. Meanwhile, Paris also gets up on legs and starts attacking the Germans, and it crushes them underfoot and dances on the remains, holding 2 flags, both in the shape of 4, which gives us the 44. August 1944, or 844, the Warsaw Uprising and Liberation of Paris. 2 similar attempts by occupied countries to reassert their independence, one tragic, one victorious. Thanks for watching.